Yeah, not the money they were used to, but she's not making $0. She's making, six figures at least.
Hefty six figures. I would say closer to $1 million than a hundred
Isn't it
thousand.
800,000? I thought she was at 800,000 for her salary on the
Uh,
show.
I think right around there, yeah. Just based on what other people make, and she's Beverly Hills, and it's always a little more. And I mean, it's the number of years you're there. So yeah, I think that's where I would have said 8 to 9.
Right.
I mean, the show itself, look, I mean, it's all in the editing, sure, but this season we're filming now, season 14. There's no leaks. There's nothing going on with Erika. She's fine. Last season she had a phenomenal edit. We don't want to fire her, so we have to give her a good edit. The season before was okay. It's been 4 seasons since the show's over it.
I mean, if I heard Merce in the purse one more time, I was gonna pull my hair out. So yeah,
Right?
she's a great edit. You're right. I mean, people almost forgot that she called
Hmm.
victims alleged for a minute. Some people even watched her, executive produced documentary about her sad life and how hard it's been for her. So yeah, and she's still in the show. And I don't see her going anytime soon unless something happened that none of us are aware of. She seems to, make good TV. And she embraces when she's made the villain. She doesn't give a shit. She will take the hits. I'll say that about Erika. She will take the hits. At the end of the day, it does show that she wants to be in the limelight. She wants to be on a reality show, and she's willing to do what it takes to get the ratings. It'll be interesting to see if she does anything this season besides the good edit thing where she goes out of her way of any sorts to try to continue a positive narrative about her. Will she let someone else be the bad guy? I think she likes that role.
I think she likes it. I agree with you. I don't think she cares. I don't think she's in jeopardy. Like at the end of this next season coming up, Kyle will still be there. She'll still be there. Sutton will still be there. Like she's not going anywhere. No, the show is over it. If they really wanted to make her the person everyone hated, we would have done that in the last 3 seasons and she'd be gone. I mean, they want her.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I agree. And I mean, hey, she makes good reality TV, and people probably think that's weird for me to say that, but I try to just call it like I see it, just because I think she's done the victims wrong. And I think she's done Girardi a huge favor, which I would, love to know the reason why, by trying to convince everybody he's incompetent. And if he was incompetent and this sad old man who had Alzheimer's, why would you leave him at that moment? If you really believed that he had dementia and didn't know what was going on, I mean, why would you leave?
Yeah. One of the things that happened during The Housewife and The Hustler part two is you and the other victims met with Erika. And we saw that, we watched it. And during that, she made promises to you guys. And like, do you want to remind everyone like what those promises were or just the overarching few?
First of all, nobody agreed to meet with her without the caveat that this wasn't just like a one time meeting for PR, that this was the first meeting to mend fences and to sort of like, people wondered why everyone was smiling or seemed like they felt like the meeting went better than we talk about it now. And it's because we thought it was the first of many meetings, and that, yes, we had bridge the gap a little bit between Erika and the victims, but there was a long ways to go still. But people were optimistic from the meeting because we thought we were going to work with Erika in trying to get a focus on not just Tom, but the people who helped Tom, meaning the partners or any other people, like the banks. Why didn't the banks turn in Tom for these irregular activities like buying $750,000 earrings from a client trust account? Should have been a red flag for the bank, which they never did. So, we thought those types of things. So nothing that was agreed upon was followed up on. So there was never any follow-up meetings or any kind of contact. For simplistic purposes, Erika ghosted the victims. There's a headline for everybody. Erika ghosts the victims like a dude from Tinder.
She ghosted the victims like a dude from Tinder. Yes. I mean, right. And you guys thought there's no way you didn't think that was like a one time. Like you went in thinking this is the beginning of whatever.
Yes, and recognizing that it would take more than one meeting for victims and Erika to have some really meaningful conversations. People saw just a few clips. That meeting was 90 minutes long in the middle of an event that, they were the volunteers and I'm the event planner. It's my event. We thought it was going to be a 10-minute kind of introduction and then it would continue on from there. And instead, it turned into a 90-minute meeting. And it was a little shocking for the victims because Erika wasn't aware of who anybody was. And they weren't just random victims. Josie and Kathy are two of the people from Girardi's indictment. And Nancy is the, person connected to the case where you see the headline that says, did Erika win the lottery? That's Nancy's case. They have direct connections to what's going on and they're well-known victims. The fact she didn't even know who they were, it was really gracious of Nancy and Kathy and Josie to give Erika the platform that they did to even talk for those 90 minutes. It was really gracious of them.
So when she was in that moment, it was being filmed and then she made these promises. Like, do you think she was genuine in the moment? Like we all say, oh yeah, I'll call you back. And then, you don't, but you did mean it for a minute in the moment.
Maybe for a fleeting second. It seemed genuine when she told Josie, oh, hey, you're a real estate agent. When I buy a house soon, I'll call you. I'll give you a shout out. I'll, help you, help platform you. It seems so simple. Even if Erika is never going to buy a home, she could easily tweet or post on TikTok or Instagram or whatever who Josie Hernandez is and her contact. And, hey, who wouldn't want to buy a house from somebody who was willing to go the distance to get justice for herself and other people? That's a stand-up person. That's somebody you would trust to buy a house from, and who's, lived in LA area forever. So she knows the area. She's a good person. She's trustworthy. Those are all the great things you look for in a real estate person. So, I didn't think in the moment that it was, made up or phony because it seemed like such a simple gesture that was easy for Erika to do and wouldn't cost her a dime to do it. And actually, it would probably make her look better and improve her fan base interaction. So I think it would have benefited Erika, frankly.
I would think so too. So then when that doesn't happen, like, are you disappointed? Are you mad? Are the victims mad? Like when there's no follow-up and it was a one-time meeting that was filmed?
So the promises that Erika made to Josie and Nancy specifically, I tried to do my best to fulfill those promises. So, I did a number of things for Josie for her real estate business. I'm a photographer. I used to own a glamour studio in the 90s for everyone who thinks that I just learned how to do a lot of makeup. That's not